Good morning, tribe. It's your mom of three in NYC. Back at you with another video. Tribe, it is 10:55 a.m., almost 11, 28 degrees here in NYC. I'm coming to you guys a little bit later than usual, and I got a story. Well, I hope it's more of a conversation. I'm really frustrated right now, to be honest with you. I don't want to come off as complaining. I'm just frustrated. And hopefully you guys can leave in the comments below if you have to deal with this as well. Back it up. Great morning. Got up, made the kids breakfast, had an amazing class with actually an instructor that I had not had before. Amazing at Fierce Grace Bikram Yoga, Harlem. I did leave the class a few minutes early, like I wasn't able to do the final Shavasana or my core work because I had to shower before dropping the kids off at school because I had an appointment at 9 o'clock. I had a 9 a.m. appointment with my primary care physician. A little backstory. Let's call him Dr. D. Dr. D. You guys, I'm so upset. I'm so frustrated right now. I mean, shout out to Chick-fil-A. They gave me, I had a free 5-piece, and that kind of helped a little bit. And then my Starbucks drink for this morning. I never had the Christmas blonde before, but I got it today, and it's pretty tasty with my oat milk. So I'm feeling a little bit better, but let me get back to the reason for my frustration. So I've been going to Dr. D since I moved to New York in 2001. It's now 2022. I've been going to the same primary care physician for 21 years. The only difference or the only change is that he moved offices a few years ago. He used to be on 71st, 150 East 71st between 3rd and Lexington. And now he's at 1440 York Avenue, which is like York and 77. So same Upper East Side, just different offices is the only change. He's been a good doctor, good doctor. I don't really see him as regularly because I do have an OBGYN that I do go to for my yearly physical, but I'm having treatment in a few weeks. I had to get pre-op clearance and some blood work done. So that's why I went today. La-di-da, la-di-da. So in the past, he has mentioned this concierge program. He thinks it will be great for me. I should consider signing up for it. He's going to have, my last appointment, have somebody reach out to me with all the details. And so I did get a call and an email about this concierge program. And so basically, you're a VIP patient. That's really what it is. So you have access to Dr. D via text 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. Why? Because don't you have holidays and family time? But regardless, you have access to him. You have preferential treatment in terms of making appointments and being seen when you come into the office. You have his network of doctors for referrals, for specialists. Referrals will be no problem. Concierge program. And so for me, I didn't feel that there was a need for it. So when the representative reached out to me a few weeks ago, I wrote her back saying keep me in the loop, but right now I'm not going to become part of it because I thought it was optional. In today's visit, I find out that it is not optional. He explained to me that because of rising healthcare costs, because insurance companies' reimbursements are getting lower and lower, in order for him and many other doctors, he says, are doing this now, to maintain their office, it's either going to be quantity or quality. Either they have to see more patients per hour, which is just like a clinic, he says, more like a clinic environment, or this concierge program where he's able to take his time with his patients, but then there's a fee. And we know no insurance is going to pay this fee. It's out-of-pocket fee. Let me take a sip. How much is this fee, you may ask? $2,500. $2,500 every year. Not just like a one-time fee. No, you have to pay the fee it's a yearly annual fee. And so when, the representative reached out to me, we can do a payment plan over $200 a month. And mind you, he's a great doctor. I've been a patient for 21 years. Great relationship. Never had any issues. But again, I don't think God have any kind of illnesses, or he doesn't prescribe any medications for me. Again, I go to him on an as-needed basis for immunizations, like when I travel out of the country, for physicals, for blood work. I mean, I literally have gone years without seeing him. Why? Because I have an OBGYN that I see religiously. And so I thought it was an option. And so he brought it up today's appointment, like, have you given any thought to it? And I'm like, yeah, I told the representative that I don't feel there's a need for me to be part of this program. Again, I don't see him consistently, tribe. I don't. And so basically, even though I thought it was an option, he says, I'm not going to haggle with you, Taneza, but this is the way of medicine. It's either quantity or quality. And in order for us to maintain the relationship where I know your history, we've been working together for many years, this is going to become mandatory. $2,500 every year just to remain a patient. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. So my husband, thank God, has an awesome insurance plan. Whenever we need something, most of the time the insurance will cover it. But they're not going to cover a concierge fee so I can be a VIP patient. I don't need to text you, Dr. D. I can call, make an appointment. I don't mind waiting. Unless I'm sick, I don't mind waiting a few weeks to be seen. I don't. And the fact that I have to make this decision, and I was transparent with him. I explained to him that BB2, our 2.5-year-old, answered a prayer, got into the same private school that baby girl, my 10-year-old, and BB1, my 6-year-old, attend. And we love this school. It's worth everything we pay and more. The school is amazing. Baby girl's been going since she was 2 years old, and beginners, the very first class. She's now a 4th grader, guys. She speaks Chinese fluently. Like, this school is amazing. And because that school is amazing, and we understand that this caliber of teachers, for example, I think I left in a video, she had a field trip, right? Back in the day, my field trips were to like the museum. They had an overnight field trip to Philadelphia. On Monday night, we dropped her off. They had a charter bus. They saw monuments. They went to museums. They stayed in a hotel at no cost to us. Why? The tuition pays for it. So I explained it to Dr. D that $2,500, I said my focus for me and my family is the kids' education. Next year, I'm going to have 3 kids in private school. 3 kids in private school. That's literally our number one financial obligation every month is our kids' tuition. Thank God we have no credit card debt. Thank God the car is paid off. But the fact that you want me to pay $200 a month? Guys, I'm sorry I'm pausing. The cops just pulled over this Porsche that's in front of me. Oof, not fun. But back to my frustration, you guys. In order to remain a patient, I thought it was an option. It's not an option. In order to remain a patient of Dr. D's, I'm going to have to make a decision on whether or not I will become part of this concierge. And again, I don't see him on a regular basis. I see him on an as-needed basis. for physicals, for blood work, that kind of thing. And so the fact, I mean, I'm just blown away, you guys. And he explained, he said, you know what, Tanise, like, I'm not the only doctor that's doing this. Many doctors are having to resort to this because of the high costs, and the fact that the insurance carriers are reimbursing less and less. And so doctors are either seeing multiple patients, more per hour, doing tests that aren't necessary, or you have this program where you pay to be a patient, basically. And I'm just blown because it's unnecessary. Like, what? Make it make sense. This is like the first time I've heard about, for example, so growing up, like, every doctor took insurance, like different plans, different copays. And living in New York City, the first time I was introduced to the fact that people don't all take insurance is that when baby girl was an infant, she fell onto her tooth, which was pushed back. So we rushed her to the pediatrician, and the pediatrician, we love Uptown Pediatrics on 96th Street. We love them. All 3 kids go. When she had that tooth issue, they referred us to a pediatric dentist. Smiles for Kids. We love them, but they don't take insurance. You heard me. A pediatric dentist does not take any insurance. All out of pocket. And so it was shocking, but you know what? We had to have her seen by them. We wanted to go to the dentist's office referred by her doctor, and we still go there. And we know they do not take insurance. And we come out of pocket for everything, for every cleaning, for every x-ray. We have to pay up front, and then we have to file a claim with our dental insurance to be reimbursed from them. So when the kids go for a cleaning, which is like $300 every 6 months, each child, we pay out of pocket, and then we file a claim with United Healthcare, Oxford, and then they reimburse us. Either all of the money or part of the money. And here in New York, doctors have no problem saying, I don't take insurance. I mean, I know that our healthcare system is broken here in the United States. I'm well aware of that. And I understand that some offices do not take insurance. I get that. And you have to make a choice whether or not you're going to come out of pocket and get reimbursed, or you're not going to go to that doctor. I get that. I get it. But the fact that I've been going to this doctor for 21 years, and there's going to come a point where he's no longer going to see me as a patient unless I join this concierge service, blows my mind. It blows my mind. $2,500 every year. You guys. And I don't want to come off as complaining. I really don't. Because that is something I do not want to be or do. But I'm just blown away by the fact that I have to either join this program, which I don't really need. I mean, he sees a lot of older patients too, right? Because his specialty is like people that need EKGs, like heart and lung specialists. And so if there was a need, if I was on medication, if I had a disease or I had a condition that needed monitoring, I get maybe that would be a viable option and something that I could get a lot of use out of. But the fact of the matter is, I see him as needed because I've got an OBGYN. But I need a primary care physician for things like immunizations and blood work and physicals and things like that. And he's been a great doctor. Dr. D's been a great doctor. I referred him to friends. He's been a great doctor. Excuse me, guys. Don't get me wrong. But the fact that I have to now, in order to remain a patient, pay $2,500 a year, like, that's crazy to me, you guys. Like, I know healthcare is crazy. Ever since, you guys, when I got that hospital bill after giving birth to my daughter, mind you, it was a seamless delivery. There was no complications, vaginal birth, Stayed in the hospital 2 nights, I believe. I gave birth on a Friday. I was released on a Sunday. $30,000. $30,000. Yeah, you heard that right. And it's so crazy that part of our labor and delivery plan was to labor for as long as possible before going to the hospital, because I know I was warned, many of the New York hospitals, once you are admitted, you have 24 hours to have this baby. Anything longer, they're going to talk about complications. They're going to push a C-section, even if it's not medically necessary, but you got 24 hours. And so, like, guys, tell me in the comments below, please, like, is this crazy? Do you guys have concierge programs where you're paying a fee just to be a patient, to remain a patient? Make it make sense, because I'm so frustrated right now, you guys. So frustrated. But actually, I actually feel a little bit better having talked to you guys about it. But, like, how crazy is that, you guys? It's gonna be okay. I don't want to start all over again. I don't. To find a whole new doctor. After 21 years with this doctor. And then the only reason I'm leaving is because of this concierge program. Like, it frustrates me. We gotta do better. Healthcare, the healthcare system is so broken. It's so broken. We gotta do better. All right, tribe. Thank you for listening. This is actually my second time recording. The first time I recorded this, the sound was in and out, and I was like, you know what? No, let me just try again, because I need my tribe to hear this. This is craziness. But anywho, thank you for listening. Again, this video is going up a little bit later than usual because I had the appointment, but I'm glad that I was able to share what happened with you guys. Have a great Tuesday, and I'm going to see you in my next video. Bye for now.